Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer... There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Out for a throw. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe.
He's gone for goal! Oh, that's fabulous!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Convertido en el minuto 7.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
River Plate finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's a good ball out wide. Van Nistelrooy. He's got full. It's a goal! 2-0 and in next to no time. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline.
Decent chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Robertson. Benfica are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. Tonali. Tonali carries the ball down the right. Tonali providing an outlet on that flank. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Gol del Benfica.
He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Danielson. Ambitious ball here. And he welcomes it in. Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And he is just ripping it up. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Gravenberg, and it's made its way to him. Alexander-Arnold, and it's Fernandez. Tonali wins the duel this time. Danielson is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Gravenberg. Picked out brilliantly. And this is Van Nistelrooy! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Número 13.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's through here. He's got away. Big chance! Diogo Dalot. Look at the space. He's had a shot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
There's the header! Oh, denied at the last. Azar. Tonali. Chips it through. Can he finish? This time, surely! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Now, can they get him away? Crosses it in. Terrific header! Oh, it rattles the bar! That's going to go a long way. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
And this is... shoots! Oh, in he goes again! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And again! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Convertido en el minuto 41. Número 11.
Fernandes. And Caicedo. And this is Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Van Dijk makes the interception. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. He's looking wide. Done delicately. That's the keeper's ball.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Caicedo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And the through ball. Nice interception, well timed. Diogo Dalot. And there's the end of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Benfica have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position. And we are already promptly back underway. Real chance! They've scored! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Fernandes. Now Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! He's scored! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Número 7.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Knocks it into space. He has a look up. And that's been drilled in. Goes for a shot! And that has faded wide.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Robertson. Mbappe. Hazard cuts out the pass. Tonali under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Caicedo. Gets a good foot in there. Hazard. There he goes, motoring forward. And it's lofted through here. Fernandes. Has a shot! Oh, belter! He's got himself an absolute peach. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Gol del Benfica, convertido en el minuto 61.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Distributed tidily. And he skips past his man. He's picked his way through. Robertson. And it's Dalot. Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! He has done it! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And this is Messi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. Searching pass he's played there. Great defending, strong and determined. Diogo Dalot. And Robertson. Fernandes. And Caicedo. Gravenberg. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Fernandes. Messi. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Hazard. That's a shade optimistic. Hazard. Oh, that's a fine interception. Caicedo. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And Caicedo. Alexander-Arnold. Caicedo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Nistelrooy, played out to the left flank. Hazard. Nice control. Now the climbs up big! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Diogo Dalot. And that has put paid to that. The final 5 minutes. Looking for the run. Van Nistelrooy. Takes a shot!
Cambio en el River Plate. Número 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
That is great defending, so alert. And now they can spring out of defence. Stood up well to him there. Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Milner. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Van Nistelrooy walking off with the spoils, richly deserved. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.